very important sources for that. Your YouTube videos for the explainers, the MCQ series on different reports, budget, economic surveys, that provided me with very good practice. I also extracted content out of those explainer videos to include in my notes.
Oliveboard का वो मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम था, उसमें अनिल सर के 2-3 सेशंस हुए थे, तो उन्होंने भी गाइड किया कि क्या अप्रोच रखना चाहिए, अगर मेंस का पेपर के लिए प्रिपेयर करना है तो वो कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है, प्रीलिम्स के लिए अगर अप्रोच रखना है तो वो कैसे रखना है, तो इस तरह से ओवरऑल फिर एग्जीक्यूशन के साथ में हुए।
Hello everyone, a very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Varsha Ma'am, and here in this session, we are going to cover current affair for the month of September 2025, right? So this session is very important for all those aspirants who are preparing for NABARD Grade A examination, right? So let's start our discussion. But before that, is everything fine? Yeah, the sound, the voice, is everything, sound, screen, everything is going well. So as usual, we cover the current affair related MCQs in this compilations, right? So there are so many important events happen in the month of September 2025, and related news we had already covered in our weekly current affairs sessions, and here we have to cover our MCQs, okay? So let's start our discussion, and I have did some changes in today's session, like I had introduced some brief informations about some important events so that you can make the notes of that, and that's how you can cover everything related to the topics. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Yeah, before that, aspirant, this is our application. Okay, so you can be the part of Oliveboard application, and on this application there are different sources available for your better preparations, like there will be the PDFs of YouTube classes, right? And you can connect with me on my Telegram, that is Varsha Ma'am. Okay, and aspirants, for your preparations, we had started this new batch, okay, which is a actually 2-year combo course for your better preparation of NABARD 2025 as well as 2026. Okay, so it's a recommendation for you that be the part of this batch, because you need to cover your static portion in a well manner as well. Okay, current affairs we are doing on a weekly basis, or we are having the compilations in the form of MCQ, but there are so many other things that you can do with the help of this batch. Okay, so you can be the part of this batch, and you can take the live classes and start your preparations with us. Okay, so there's a first question on the screen. Okay, is it clearly visible to everyone? So the question is about, yeah, the roundtable conference on SBMG held on 1st September 2025, which emphasizes all of the following. Okay, except. So what should be the right answer for the question? So let me mention, this is about Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. Okay, so on 1st of September, a round table conference was held. We had covered in details about this conference in our weekly current affairs session. You have to tell, in this conference, we emphasize on majorly most of the things, but there is one option which is not emphasized during this conference. You have to identify the one option. Waste to energy initiative, behavioral change and community ownership, construction of new household toilets, climate resilient sanitation. Yeah. Yes, very good evening, Sashank. How are you? Yeah. So what should be the right answer for the question? Please tell. Yeah. All the options are mentioned here. You have to tell which was not discussed during this roundtable conference. Options are there for you. The right answer is construction of new household toilets. Okay, so this is not a objective. This is not a goal under Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin now. So the roundtable was more about sustainability, innovation, community ownership, waste to energy, climate resilience rather than fresh toilet construction. Okay, this is important, right? The right answer, yes, Sampath had given the right answer. Note, Sampath, the right answer is option number C, okay, not D, right? No issues if you guys are giving the wrong answer. Nobody is judging you here. Be free, feel free to give your feedbacks or your opinions on any question. I'm just here to help you to clear your doubts or clear your questions, okay? Now we have another question. So during the state orientation held in Meghalaya in September 2025, which administrative change was made in relation to Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin? Okay, this was also covered. Yeah. No, Sham Sarkar, you are not at right place because here we are covering NABARD Grade A examination related current affairs. Okay. Yeah, so during the state orientation held in Meghalaya in September 2025, which administrative change was made in relation to Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin? So let's read the option. Bharat Mission Gramin was merged with Urban Sanitation Scheme. Okay, implementation was shifted from Public Health Engineering departments to Community and Rural Development. The state discontinued phase 2 in favor of a new scheme. The funding was shifted eventually to central agencies. Okay, so what should be the right answer for the question? Please tell what should be the right answer for the question. Okay. आया था दोबारा वाला. Yeah, am I clearly audible to you guys? Yes. Give me a minute. So the right answer, what should be the right answer for the question? Yeah, here the right answer will be option number B. Okay. So during the state orientation held in Meghalaya in September 2000, these type of questions are usually asked in your NABARD Grade A examination, which actually meant to confuse you. Okay, the statement, look at the statement. The statement is having a lot of concepts and explanations. Okay, so option number B will be the right answer. Implementation was shifted from Public Health Engineering Department to Community and Rural Development, and this was a specific change in Meghalaya's administrative alignment. So we discussed about it. Please go through the theory session. Okay, we discussed about it. We discussed about the changes of the different state. Okay, and it was yeah. So it was about, okay. So is it clear? Yeah. Now moving on the next question, let's talk about the another important question. So the question was about phase 2 of Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin is scheduled to conclude in. Okay, so it is concluded in which year? Uh, to March 2024, March 2025, March 2026, or March 2027. So what should be the right answer for the question? Yeah, please tell. Yes, Vaishali, very good evening to you. Very good evening. What should be the right answer for the question? Please tell. The question is about we are talking about the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin now because it is in news. Okay, it is in news. There was a roundtable conference held on 1st of September 2025, and during that conference we talk about the second phase of the mission also. And the second phase of Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, it will be concluded in March 2026. Okay, and after which the next phase. So phase 3 will begin from. Phase 3 will begin after March 2026. Okay, please mark this in your notebook. Okay. Now another question is which of the following was not a primary focus of Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin phase 2? Okay, so every year or whenever any mission shift from one phase to another phase, okay, whenever any mission shift from one phase to another phase, there occur some changes in it. Okay, the something new is included in it, or some things are excluded out of it, right? So you have to mention, you have to tell which is not a primary focus of it. Ensuring open defecation free sustainability, solid and liquid waste management in each gram panchayat, urban sanitation infrastructure, ensuring no one is left behind in toilet coverage. Okay, so which is not a focus for the question. Yeah, Shashank is saying option number C, Vishali Shavan is saying option number A, and the right answer is option number C. Okay, so urban sanitation infrastructure, how it could be now? We are talking about Grameen, Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen. So urban sanitation infrastructure is not a primary focus of it. Okay, so Grameen focuses on rural sanitation, which includes the household, toilets, ODF sustainability, okay, and solid and liquid waste management. It will not include the urban sanitation because it comes under the different scheme. Okay, so we also talk about, so recently what happened? Yeah, Jal Jeevan Mission, it is extended. Okay, it is further extended. So that's why it is in news. So under the Jal Jeevan Mission, it is targeted that all the households should have portable tap water facilities, like they should have good water available, good drinking water available to all the households. Okay, so question here is, yeah, question here is till which year it is extended, right? It is 2026, 2027, 2028, 2030. We discussed about this so many times in our weekly current affairs session, so I can say that you guys are aware about it. Yeah, RJ, yeah, very good. Raj, Shashank, Vishali, your answer is absolutely correct. Okay, 2028 is the right answer for the question. Okay, yeah. Which of the following is not a primary focus in the extended phase of Jal Jeevan Mission post 2025? So after 2025, there, as I told you, whenever we add on or whenever we do some modifications in any mission, something we include, something we exclude. So here the question is, which is not a focus after 2025? Quality of infrastructure, operation and maintenance, purely expanding the number of connections, citizen participation or Jan Bhagidari, not a priority focus, right? So option A, B, C or D. Yeah. So for the question, the right answer will be option number C. Okay, and option number C is given by all of you, but Raj, note D, it is option number C. Okay, option number C is about purely expanding the number of connections because now emphasizes more. So after 2025, more emphasis will be on sustainability, functioning, and quality. Okay, sustainability, functioning, and quality, right? Now, moving ahead, moving on, another question. Yeah. What is one of the new emphasizes introduced in the revised? Okay. So, let me mention here. So, recently, cotton development, coconut, I'm mentioning here, Coconut Development Board. Coconut Development Board has revised its scheme. CDB stands for Coconut Development Board. Okay. And in the weekly current affairs session, we discussed about the current chairman of CDB and some other points also. And here I am covering the exact news related information only. Okay. So what is one of the new emphasizes introduced in the revised Coconut Development Board schemes in 2025? Reduction of subsidy on all coconut-based products, focus purely on plantation area, neglecting processing, product diversification, value addition, and climate resilience, complete prioritization of the seedling production process. Yeah. So you have to tell current focus of this. Option A, B, C, or D. Yeah, the right answer is option number C. Okay, new focus. One of the new focus introduced in the revised Coconut Development Board scheme is product diversification, value addition, and climate resilience. Okay. Now I had included some points here. Okay. If I'll take all these in a question format, so we'll have a good high number of questions now. So that's why I decided to include all the points related to this revised scheme of Coconut Development Board in a pointers format. Okay, so you can see here. Uh, Coconut Development Board revised its subsidy or cost norm for its schemes, especially the area expansion program and seedling production. So these two are revised. Okay, these two are specifically revised. So earlier the area expansion program subsidy was only rupees 65,000 per hectare. Now it has increased to 56,000 rupees per hectare. Okay, seedling production subsidy increased from, so earlier the seedling production subsidy was rupees 8 per seedlings, and now it is increased to rupees 45 per seedlings. The revised scheme emphasized, so revised scheme, as I mentioned, you have to mention about the new emphasis. So the revised and the new emphasis of the scheme is on value addition, sustainable practices, skill development, export, and climate resilience. Okay, and we are having the Kapas Kisan app also. Kapas Kisan app is also introduced. Okay, for the registration of the farmers who are dealing in this. Oh, sorry, Kapas is for the cotton. So we'll discuss about a question related question also. This is about the Coconut Development Board. It's my confusion. I'm really sorry. Enhanced insurance cover for coconut sector workers via Kera Suraksha scheme. Premium was reduced and coverage was increased. Okay. So this is a question. Now moving on the next question. What is the aim of the revised Coconut Development Board scheme announced on World Coconut Day? Okay, so all these announcements were done on World Coconut Day. You have to tell why it was needed. Okay, what is the aim of this? To reduce financial assistance to farmers and focus on corporates, to accelerate integrated growth in the sector via higher subsidies, sustainability, value addition, and supporting exports, to discontinue seedling production scheme, to focus only on Kerala as a main coconut state. Okay, so what should be the right answer for the question? Yeah, please tell. Just give me a minute. Yeah, what is the aim of the revised Coconut Development Board scheme announced on World Coconut Day? Yeah, Sahit is there, Vishali is there, and Raj is there. Yeah, the right answer is option number B. Okay, yeah, most of the students are giving the right answer. And aspirants who are there, please like the session as well. Okay, right answer is option number B. To accelerate integrated growth in the sector via higher subsidies, sustainability, value addition, and supporting exports. Okay. Yeah, Bharati, recently we came to know about this new initiative that is Bharati. Okay, and it is launched by APEDA and it is launched in September 2025. You have to tell Bharati stands for. This question might confuse you if you are not taking regular current affairs sessions. You have to tell what should be the right answer. Bharat's Hub for Agricultural Research, Technology and Innovation. Bharat's Hub for Agri-Tech Resilience, Advancement and Incubation. Bharat's Hub for Agro-Rural Advancement, Trade and Innovation. Bharat's Hub for Agri-Renewable Advancement and Trade. Yeah. So Bharati stands for. Yes, aspirants, what should be the right answer for the question? Yeah, Bharati launched by APEDA in September 2025 and it stands for yeah, A, B, C, D. It is option number B. Okay, it is given by Vaishali or Sahit. The right answer is option number B. Okay, Bharat Hub for Agri-Tech Resilience, Advancement and Incubation. See, it happened like you guys get confused with option number A or B, but the right answer will be option number B. Okay, and that is an initiative, the Bharati initiative that is taken by an APEDA recently. Okay, which of these is not a stated focus area under Bharati? So, under the initiative Bharati, there are certain focus areas, but which one of the following is not a focus area under this? Okay, so you know about the full form of it. Now with the help of this you can answer, even though if you are taking currently current affair classes, so it would be easy for you to answer. AI based quality control, blockchain enabled traceability, solar energy production in farms, or IoT enabled cold chain. Yeah, right answer for the question, please tell. What should be the right answer? The right answer for this question is solar energy production in farm. Okay. Although this is related with technology, but it is not emphasizing on solar energy production in farm. Okay. Stated focus is on export challenges, technology, traceability, packaging, logistics, etc. Okay. Solar energy is not primarily mentioned here, and it is an initiative by APEDA. So major focus is to deal with the export challenges. Okay, that APEDA is basically associated with it, right? What is the theme of the 20th Global Sustainability Summit here? Okay, so in the last month, 20th Global Sustainability Summit was held. So here the question is about what was the theme of it, and I'll tell you all the details in the next slide related to this. Okay, so yeah, Preeti, Sahit, Vaishali, Raj, Sashank, what should be the right answer? What is the theme of this? If you are regularly attending, so you should answer quickly now without wasting a single minute. It is reimagining sustainability, resilient, regenerative, or responsible. Okay, so that is 3R, right? This is a theme of Global Sustainability Summit, which recently held. So, where the summit held, what are the key announcements? Let's talk about it. So, this summit held from 2nd to 3rd of September 2025 in New Delhi. Okay, and this was organized by Confederation of Indian Industry, ITC, Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development. Okay, and the theme of this summit was reimagining sustainability, resilient, regenerative, and responsible. And during the summit, there were some important announcements were made. One of the important announcement was Environment Audit Rules 2025. You can go through these rules from the weekly current affairs session. Okay, I had covered them. Revised Green Credit Program. Amendments to Forest Rules 2023. Okay, so these were the three important announcements. And if we talk about the participation, so over 10 countries, large industry and civil society delegates, all these participates in the summit. Okay, now India's progress highlighted. So what are the important points? So India's progress highlighted, nearly 50% of its installed energy capacity is already from renewable sources. So we had a target to make it 500 gigawatt by 2030. And what is a good point to mention here? Like 50% of the energy that we are using is coming from renewable sources. Okay. And during this summit, the main ministers who were present there and who represent the different things. There were Union Ministers Bhupendra Yadav, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Piyush Goyal, Commerce and Industries. Okay, so they were the main ministers highlighted during the conferences. Okay, now moving on, another important question. So moving on, another important questions let's talk about. So these are some important points, okay? Now, what is the primary purpose of the Kapas Kisan app launched in 2025, right? So let's talk about this. So recently, yeah. So Kapas Kisan app was launched in the last month. So you have to tell what was the primary purpose of having this app. Yeah. Yes, Kriti, Sashank, Sahit, Vaishali, Raj, what should be the right answer for the question? Yeah, to provide weather alerts to cotton farmers, to streamline cotton procurement under MSP via registrations, lot booking, and payment tracking, to auction surplus cotton internationally to monitor textile exports. Yeah, so major focus. Yes, it was option number B. Very good. Okay, it was option number B to streamline. So basically, we are having this Arogya Setu app. We are having so many mobile applications. Our banking applications are there. What is the main purpose? To streamline the things. Similarly, this is Kapas Kisan app. So it is to streamline the kapas, that is cotton procurement under MSP via registration, slot booking, and payment tracking. Okay. Now, which assurance was given by the government regarding cotton procurement under MSP for the year 2025-26? Okay, so yeah, we know why the mostly the uh, basically agriculture commodities are procured by government nodal agencies just to save the farmers not to fall under the trap of that the middlemen or money lenders. Okay, so similarly here also the government given assurance that they will procure most of the cotton from the cotton farmers under MSP for the year 2025-26. Okay, so let's talk about it. Which assurance was given? Only selected states will be included. Procurement will be limited to certain grades. All cotton arriving under MSP guidelines will be procured without disruption. Procurement will be optional for farmer. So, which particular announcement was done? Which particular assurance was given to the farmers in this regard? Yeah. What should be the right answer for the question? Any idea? Are you getting the question? Why this is done? Why there was a need arises that most of the commodities that the farmers are growing in that should be procured by the government nodal agencies so that the farmers will be in the safe place. Okay, so all the cotton arriving under MSP guidelines, okay, under the minimum support price guidelines, they will be procured without any disruptions. Yeah, C is the right answer. Yeah, very good, Shashank, Sahit. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good. Now moving on the next question. Yeah. From which, yeah, this is a new question now about the new GST reforms. We took a specific session where I told you about the new GST rates. So there are the chances that the reforms in the questions related to the reforms in the GST will definitely be asked in your exam, whether it is from the agriculture and fishery sector or from any other sector. Okay, so from which date do the new GST rates like 5%, 18% structure become effective? It is effective from 1st September 2025, 15th September 2025, 22nd September 2025, or 1st October 2000. Everyone is aware, everyone are aware about it now, because we discussed about all these things so many times, right? The right answer for the question is 22nd of September. Okay. So under the new GST regime, what happens to the 12% and 28% slab? So now we are having two slabs. Okay. Now we are having the 5% slab and 18% slab. Okay, so these two slabs, 12% slab and 28% slab, these two slabs are now not included, or they are just uh, abolished. Okay, so question is that under the new GST regime, what happened to these two slabs? Yeah, now we are only having 5% and 18% slabs. Yeah, so the question is, what happened to these slabs? They remain unchanged. They are merged into 12% and 28% only. They're abolished and items shifted to 5% or 18% slab, and they're reduced to 8% and 22%. It's just to confuse you. Okay, you can see the options. They are clear cut telling you about that these two slabs are abolished. Most of the items, and you will be amazed to know that most of the agriculture commodities now they are either included under the 5% slab or zero. Okay, they are not coming under any GST slab. Okay, so the right answer for the question is option number C. Very good. Okay. Now moving on question number, next question. The next question is, okay, before going on the next question, I'm including all the informations to you. Please learn this data. Okay, I told you the time when we discussed about new GST rates in a specific session. So please learn this. Okay, this is important, right? So from 22nd of September 2025, now we are having two slab GST structure only. One is a 5% and the another is a 18%. And we are having one more slab that is a 40% slab where the sin, luxury, demerit slab for selected items. So when we talk about agriculture and elite sector, now we have GST on farm machinery, tractors, parts of the tractors, including sprayers, drip irrigation equipments, harvesters. Earlier, they were coming either in 12% slab or in 18% slab. Now they will be included only in 5% slab. Okay, and fertilizers, GST on fertilizer. Earlier, it was 18% GST on fertilizer. Now it will cut from 18% to 5% only. Fertilizers inputs like ammonia, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Okay, some dairy or food items or UST milk and paneer, they are now moved to nil or they are exempted from GST. Okay, whereas the butter, ghee, cheese, they will come under the 5% tax slab. Earlier they were under the 12% tax slab. Okay, so these are the changes. And if we talk about the biopesticides, micronutrients under fertilizer control order, they also brought under 5% tax from earlier higher rates, right? Now, some items like road tractors of engineering. Yeah, this is important. So, some items, example, road tractors of engine capacity more than 1800 cc were excluded from the reduction for certain categories. The rationale was to reduce input cost. Okay, so we are observing that farmers, they are extra burdened because of the input cost they need to invest in their agriculture field before sowing of any crop. Okay, and as per the MSP, we need to maintain 1.5 times of the MSP now. So that is leading to the increase in the prices. Okay, because if basic inputs, the amount the farmers are investing in the basic input will increase. So automatically the output production they are doing, the prices for that outputs will also got a hike. Okay, so that's why it is decided ki most of the farmers commodities will fall under the slab of 5%. Okay, so that is to reduce the input cost for farmers, that is to promote the mechanization, that is to correct inverted duty structure, and that is to stimulate elite sectors. Okay, that is to stimulate elite sectors as well, right? Now, moving on the next question. Yeah. So recently the Rabi crops, okay, the new MSP or updated MSP for the Rabi crops for the marketing season, Rabi marketing season 2025-26 MSPs are approved. Okay, so the questions are related to the MSP now, right? The question is the Committee on Economic Affairs approved the MSP for how many? So we know there are total 14 kharif crops for which MSPs are decided. Now the question is how many rabi crops for which MSPs are decided for the year 2025-26 marketing season? 4, 5, 6 or 7. It's quite easy now. Yeah, Shashank had given the answer. Preeti has also mentioned the answer. Sahit, what should be the right answer? Yeah, why others are not responding? I want everyone who are there in the class to respond, huh? Yeah, the right answer for the question is option number 6 and option number C, and that is 6. Very good. Okay. So there are total 6 Rabi crops. Now the question is, the MSP hikes for Rabi 2025-26 are aligned with which government commitment? So it was in the year 2018-19 that there was a specific procedure decided that the MSP is calculated on the basis of this. Okay. So you have to tell on which basis the MSP is calculated. That MSP will be equal to the cost of production. MS will be at least 1.25 times the cost of production. MSP will be at least 1.5 times the all India weighted average cost of production. MSP will be 2 times the cost of production. Yeah. A, B, C, or D. Yes. Yeah, it is option number C. So as per the Union Budget of 2018-19, it was decided. Otherwise, a farmer will always fall into a trap, na? So that the MSP should be at least 1.5 times the all India weighted average cost of production. Okay. So option number C is a right answer. Okay. Now moving on, another question. Which of the following crop had the lowest absolute increment in MSP for the year 2025-26 among the mandated ones? So we discuss that we'll discuss there are total 6 Rabi mandated 6 crops for which the MSPs are decided for the Rabi marketing season. So which crop has a lowest increase? Okay, from the last year, this crop is showing a very less increase. That is a barley, safflower, wheat, or gram. I am giving you the table also. Okay, wait for a minute. I am giving you the table for this. Yeah, what should be the right answer? Barley, safflower, wheat, or gram. So that is it is barley. Okay, that is showing the list increase from the list mentioned here. Okay, so for barley it is 130 rupees increase, lowest among listed in the option. Safflower it is 140 rupees increase. For wheat it is 150 rupees, and for gram it is 210. Ram, Shashank, you will mention when we are mentioning about the highest absolute increase from the list mentioned here. Okay. Now I'm giving you a table related to this. Okay. Yeah. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the MSP for 6 mandated Rabi crops for the 2025-26 marketing season. The minimum support price of wheat was increased by rupees 150 per quintal, bringing the new MSP to rupees 2425 per quintal. Mustard rapeseed saw the highest absolute increase, that is rupees 300 per quintal. Now the new price will be rupees 5950 per quintal. Other crops, gram, barley, lentil, or masoor. So you can see the changes here. Okay, other than that, for the safflower, it is increase of rupees 140 and making a new price of rupees 5940. Okay, so the total 6 crops include here are wheat, barley, lentil, rapeseed, and mustard, gram, or safflower. Okay, so these are 1, 2. You should at least know the name, right? So these are the 6 Rabi crops for which MSPs are released or decided by a cabinet, approved by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Okay, it is approved by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, and these are recommended by Commission for Agriculture, Price and Cost. Okay. Yeah, and the MSP hikes were in the range of, so you can see like most of the crop, it is in the range of 2.4% to 7% depending on the crop. And these increases are aligned with the long-term commitment that MSP should be at least 1.5 times the all India weighted average cost of production. Okay. Clear? Now moving on, another question, the mission for Atmanirbharta. So in our union budget this year, 2025, it is decided that we need to become Atmanirbhar in pulses production. Okay. So the mission, this Atmanirbharta in pulses production, this mission is for how many years? So for how many years this mission is launched? What should be the right answer? Please tell. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or 4 years? You guys are, everyone is giving a wrong answer, huh? See, there was a mission for cotton productivity. There was a mission for Atmanirbharta and pulses production. Okay, there are two missions. So the mission for Atmanirbharta and pulses production, that is for 5 years. That is for 6 years. Okay, that is for 6 years. You guys are mentioning option number D. D is not a right answer. Shashank, your answer is correct. The one who are mentioning D, that is not for 4 years, right? Now, and for the 4 years, let me mention, for the 4 years, starting from the starting year 2025, for the 4 years, NAFED and NCCF will procure. There will be 100% procurement by these two nodal agencies. 100% procurement by these two nodal agencies. Okay, 100% procurement by these two nodal agencies initially, and so that the farmers will be in a safer side, na, that there's a government authorized nodal agency that is doing this procurement. Okay, now we have in September 2025. Niti Aayog released a report titled, yeah, we discussed about this report. I took a specific session related to this. You can watch on YouTube. So in September 2025, Niti Aayog released a report titled Strategies and Pathways for Accelerating Growth in Pulses Towards the Goal of Atmanirbharta, which key recommendations is in that report. Okay, so what is recommended in this report? Only expansion in one state, horizontal expansion and vertical yield improvement plus one block, one seed village hubs, stopping imports entirely, importing high quality seeds only. You can read the options. Okay, if you are regularly attending the classes now, so I must say that you should be very good in answering the question. Yeah. So what should be the right answer? Yeah, no, not A. It is about vertical expansion and the horizontal expansion both. Vertical expansion is about that one seed variety should get a good emphasis upon. Horizontal expansion, like maximum areas will be there. Maximum area should be given to a specific variety so that we will have a good production from that variety. Okay. Yeah, one block, one seed is there, and horizontal expansion is there, and vertical yield improvement is there. All the three options are there. Okay, so right answer is option number B, right? So which portal is to be used for monitoring seed authentication, traceability, and holistic inventory? Yeah. So which portal is to be used for monitoring seed authentication, traceability, and holistic inventory? FPO portal, SeedNet, Sathi portal, or Agri-trace? It is Sathi portal. Very good. Okay, the right answer for the question is Sathi portal. Okay, moving on another question. Yeah. So before going on another question, I want to give you some briefs over this. Okay. So the Union Cabinet approved this mission for Atmanirbharta and pulses for a 6-year period. Okay, so that is for the next 6 year, from 2025-26 to 2030-31, with the financial outlay of rupees 11,440 crore. The mission targets increasing pulse production to 350 lakhs ton, that is 35 million tons by 2030-31. Right? Expansion goals include increasing the area under pulses to nearly 310 lakh hectares and achieving a yield of 1130 kg per hectare. The scheme includes assured procurement. So there will be assured procurement, like whatever the farmers are producing, that will be procured by the government nodal agency, so that farmers will not feel like that whatever they are growing, they're not getting anything in return. They're not getting good income in return. Okay. So to protect the farmers from these kind of stresses, 100% procurement will be done. Okay, for the next 4 years under price support scheme, Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshana Abhiyan via agencies like NAFED and NCCF. Okay, another thing. So, yeah, whatever the pulses will be produced, they need an infrastructure support also, where the farmers will store them, where what the kind of infrastructure they will be needed while transporting the pulses from one area to another. So they will be provided with infrastructure support. Establishment of 1,000 processing and packaging units with subsidy up to 25 lakh per unit. Seed input support, distribution of 126 lakh quintals of certified seeds, 88 lakh free seed kits, and expansion of seed production via rollout plans monitored via this portal. So you should know the full form of Sathi portal. Okay, you should know the full form of Sathi portal, that stands for Seed Authentication, Traceability and Holistic Inventory. Niti Aayog in September 2025 released a report titled Strategies and Pathways for Accelerating Growth in Pulses Towards the Goal of Atmanirbharta, and that report provides a roadmap for the pulses sector. The report also recommends strategies. So under this report, district-wise clustering was mentioned, high quality seed distribution, one block, one seed village hubs, use of rice fallow areas, and data-driven monitoring so that the pulses production will get a boost. So all these points were mentioned in this report. Okay. Now moving on the next question. So recently, in the last month, actually, so there is a one biosphere reserve. Okay, and that biosphere reserve is in Himachal Pradesh, and the name of the biosphere reserve is Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve. Okay, and this biosphere reserve comes under UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Okay, so under which program? The question is under which program this biosphere reserve is included under UNESCO in September 2025. It's not the World Heritage Site. Okay, let me correct it. You have to tell under which program it will come. I'm correcting myself. It is not a World Heritage Site. See, what is that biosphere reserve? It is for the conservation of wildlife. So it will not come into the heritage sites. Now, heritage sites are the monumental sites, like we have the Taj Mahal. Okay, these are the heritage sites. Okay, Eiffel Tower. So these are the heritage sites. You have to tell under which program this cold desert, first high altitude cold desert biosphere, which is in Himachal Pradesh, comes. Yeah, not Ramsar Convention. See, and under the Ramsar Convention, we have two Ramsar sites from Bihar. This comes under the Man and Biosphere program. So option number B is the right answer. Yeah, Shashank, Manoj, your answer is correct. Very good. The right answer is it comes under the Man and Biosphere program, MAB. Okay. Now, another question is which of the following protected or ecological areas are included in the Spiti Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve? So definitely, if we're talking about this Biosphere Reserve, so definitely this Biosphere Reserve will have any national park around it or under it. So you have to tell which national park is included under this Biosphere Reserve. Great Himalayan National Park, Pin Valley National Park, Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, or Valley of Flowers? Yeah. What should be the right answer for the question? Yeah, please tell. Options are there. It is a Pin Valley National Park. So if in future you have any question related to this in an exam, where is Pin Valley National Park located? So you have to mention it is in Himachal Pradesh. The National Initiative on Water Security was launched under which scheme or act? This is interesting and quite tricky question. The National Initiative on Water Security was launched under which scheme or act? Under National Water Mission, under Jal Shakti Abhiyan, under Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, under Swachh Bharat Mission. See, aspirants over there, let me tell you, if you want to have the notes of this class and you want to get a notification of the upcoming classes, you can connect with me on my Telegram as well as uh, join the Telegram group of Oliveboard, okay, and install our application as well, right? And there's a new batch for your 2025 and 26 preparation. Be the part of the batch and start your preparation with us. Okay. The right answer for the question is option number C. Yeah, why you guys are not giving the answer, huh? Option number C will be the answer. That's why I said this question is quite tricky. Okay, the right answer is option number C, Manrega. Yapin Valley, okay. Sahit is saying A, no. National Water Mission, no, it is option number C, Manrega. That's why it is a tricky question. Okay, we covered it in our theory session, right? Which of the following is not a goal? You have to tell which is not a goal of it, of the National Initiative on Water Security. Boost rainwater recharge, rainwater harvesting, prioritize water conservation in stressed blocks, eliminate all agricultural use in water scarce zones. That is also tricky. So what is not a goal of this initiative? Okay, the goal is not, it is not about eliminating all agriculture use in water scarce zone. D is the right answer. Okay, the initiative does not mandate halting agriculture, but it mandates fund allocation for water works. So mainly, this is an initiative by Manrega, so that is having a role for fund allocation for the water works. Okay, now another question on this basis. Okay, another question is having the base from the previous question. So as per the initiative, okay, National Initiative for Water Security, which of the following have been created so far under Manrega since 2014 to help with water conservation? Only rainwater harvesting structures, only check dams, farm ponds, check dams, community tanks among others, or only planting of trees. So we have the Amrit Sarovar mission. Okay, Amrit Sarovar mission. Okay, so under this, we are establishing the farm ponds, check dams, community tanks for water conservation. And this initiative is including that work in it. Okay, so that is not only planting of trees. Option number C is the right answer. Okay, Sahit, option number C is the right answer for the question, right? Now moving on, another question. Right? The question is, when is the International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer, that is World Ozone Day observed? Options are 22nd of March, 5th of June, 16th of September, or 1st of December. What should be the right answer? Yeah, it's quite easy now. Everyone is aware about it. That is 16th of September. Okay. Now moving on, question number next. What is the theme of World Ozone Day 2025? So what is its theme? Ozone and climate restored by a world united, healing the ozone layer together, from science to global action. Keep cool and carry on. Yeah. Keep cool and carry on. Ozone and climate, healing the ozone layer together, from science to global action. This is also covered now. Right answer is option number C, that is from science to global action. Option number C is the right answer. Huh, this year the right answer is from science to global action. Shashank, your answer is it. Sahid, please do the correction, okay? Yeah. Now moving on the next question. Under the Montreal Protocol, what percentage of ozone depleting substances have been eliminated or regulated as cited in the 2025 event? So during this World Ozone Day event on 16th of September 2025, okay, we discussed about certain challenges that we are facing. We talk about the elimination of the regulations we had done, the targets that we had achieved. Okay, so under the Montreal Protocol, we decided that we need to eliminate the all the substances that are causing depletion in the ozone layer present in the stratosphere. So, what percentage of ozone depleting substances have been regulated or eliminated? So, 75%, 85%, 95%, or 99%. The right answer is 99% substances are eliminated or regulated. Okay. Which international treaty is commemorated by observing World Ozone Day? Okay, so I already told you, you can easily answer the question now. Paris Agreement, Kyoto Protocol, Vienna Convention, या फिर Montreal Protocol. The right answer is Montreal Protocol. It is Montreal Protocol, right? Now moving on to another question. Yeah, so before going further, we have this information about METRI. So recently this initiative was taken. Okay, let's talk about this initiative. So Maitri initiative, what is it about? Let's talk about it. So this is about the last thing. Yeah, Ananya, okay. You are late, huh? Quite late for the class. The class is actually on 6 to 7. Make sure if you are preparing for NABARD, you need to have the monthly compilations. And on every Friday, I'm having the weekly current affairs session. Okay, so make sure you guys are attending all these sessions. So Maitri 2.0, what is it? It's a India-Brazil cross incubation program, and it is in agri-tech. Okay, and it is launched by ICAR. Okay, where when it is on 22nd of September it was launched, and in this program Dr. Mangilal Judd, Secretary DARE, Director General ICAR, Kenneth Nobrega, Ambassador of Brazil to India, they participate. They are the main participants, and this program is intended as it's a two-way learning platform, okay, between Indian and Brazilian innovators, basically in the agri-tech. Okay, now, what are the objectives and the important features of it? So basically, it's to strengthen incubator linkages and co-incubation, exchange of best practices and collaborative opportunities in sustainable agriculture, digital technologies, agri value chain, supporting agri startups, institutions, innovations in the agri-tech and agri-food ecosystem. Additional context. So ICR over years has growing its patenting and licensing activity. So initially in 1996, ICR have only 74 patents, and now it has grown to 1800 patents annually. Okay, so that's how. And ICR is supporting nearly 400 plus agri startup. Okay, so that's how the ICR is growing. Okay, so you can download the application of Oliveboard. And at the end, aspirants, see, this is very important for you to have a proper guidance for the exam that you are preparing. Okay, so this is a batch for you 2025 and 26 preparations board. Be the part of this batch. It is having everything that is needed for your better preparation of NABARD Grade A examination, and start your preparation as soon as possible. Okay, bye bye and all the very best. Take care.